What is going on? Happy Sunday and welcome to At Weeks End, the spoiler-filled look back at this week in comics, movies, TV show news, and so much more. We're going to be diving into a lot of fun stuff from this week. The winter storm is over. It's time to enjoy the spoils of the storm. Let's go.
We've got spoils everywhere.
Yeah. Typically, when you're snowed in, you get to sit around, read a good book, watch some movies, this, that, and the third. We watched Beast Games. Besides that, I was pretty much too sick to want to do anything. But we got caught up on Beast Games on Amazon as a family unit.
Man, you've been sick for a long time, dude.
Yeah, I was sick with a sinus infection through Christmas, New Year's, and as soon as I get better with that, the kid comes home with the flu. And if you remember, it was exactly a week ago. It was exactly a week ago when I started feeling like, man, I'm feeling a little rough, and I kept coughing at the end of the show, and then I woke up the next morning feeling terrible. So it's pretty much it's just a little congestion that's still leaving, you know.
Yep, that'll last for another week or so.
Yeah, and you know how it is when the kids are sick too, like that, like it triples your job as a parent. Like it's tired.
Yeah, when you're sick, it sucks, but when your kids are sick, it's like way worse.
10 times worse. Yeah, like all the oh man, you hate seeing them sick stuff aside, just the actual, like, I would rather be sick for 3 days and be done with it than my kid be sick and it drags the whole thing out. It's very difficult. It's draining on your soul because for one, you hate seeing your kid sick, but you become Alfred pre-snap.
Oh yeah.
It's something else.
Absolutely.
But luckily, everyone's starting to feel better. Finn went back to school Friday, and Monkey's walking around. I told Paul earlier she's got her soul back, but she don't have her moxie. She walks around and does things, but her arms don't swing, kind of deal. You know what I mean? She's just
oh man,
she ain't quite 100%. It's funny, fun little kid. But before we go any farther, I want to remind everybody, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. It helps out a lot. Channel membership is always live. And speaking of channel membership, you get the loyalty badges next to your name, the custom emojis. If you join in the Legion tier, you get early access to content, invites to private streams, as well as your name on the monthly Legion Loot giveaway, which we'll be drawing for the winner of that tonight because it is the first Sunday of the month. So the Legion Loot winner will be drawn. Also, if you're looking for some cool stuff, exclusives, and all that good stuff, Big Time Collectibles got you covered. Cleaning, pressing, and submission services. Hit up my boy Justin Comics, who you'll also get. God, I have to look up the message now. Included in the Legion Loot tonight is how many is it? 4 free pressings from Justin Comics.
Oh, nice.
So on top of winning the prize, you will get an additional 4 free pressing from Justin. His Instagram is linked down in the description if you're not already following him. And I'll be messaging him to let him know who won. So he'll have you marked down for 4 free presses. And if you need to set up a pool list so you don't miss out on new comics, ABX Comics and Games has got you covered. Just ask Steve.
Mm-hmm. You're on mute.
Or don't, because he's muted.
That's right, because that's where I get all my comic books from.
Same here. And we don't even live in the same state. I walk in and get them, and ABX sends them to Steve. But neither one of us misses out on the books that we want every week because we have a subscription list at ABX Comics and Games, the community's comic shop. There's other people in the community and in this live chat that have subscription at ABX Comics and Games. Before we go any farther, Paul, what's coming up on your channel?
Tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, we have DC Comics Deep Dive. It is a banner week for Absolute Comics. Kind of like Feast or Famine. A couple of weeks ago, we had none. This past week, we had 4 Absolute Comics. So we take a look at Absolute Batman number 16. We take a look at Absolute Flash number 11. We take a look at Absolute Martian Manhunters number 8. And we take a look at Absolute Wonder Woman number 16 as well. Off week this week for Guess That Key, but we'll be back a week from Wednesday night, where we will have Brian LCS, and making his first appearance, we will have Nate from Hall Yeah Comics will be on. So that's next Wednesday night at 9 o'clock Eastern on my channel.
Steve, what you got coming up?
Well, I'm going to do another video at some point on my CGC stuff. I need to do a video on my CGC submission. I should get a book back at some point in the next week. But I have been trying to do that, like look at my CGC comic collection, like what it's worth and all that. I just haven't had a chance to do that for a while. So I need to do that. Yeah, I'm here, Flo. I'm here, man.
Oh, see, when you said you were going to do another CGC, I thought you meant it was going to be another CGC screwed my book up.
I mean, I will find out in a week. We will find out in a freaking week, bro. And hopefully, actually, I'm looking at the comic books that come out this week. I'm going to send my list to Paul. Hopefully, I can get it soon. My next batch.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I flew through this last batch. I really flew through it. Oh, and I got a friend in the comic books. Actually, he read All Star Superman, and now I got him reading Kingdom Come. And so, like,
nice.
it doesn't really get much better than those two to start off with. I let him choose. I explained, what's going on with those, but he'll probably choose Batman after Kingdom Come, I imagine. So,
is this a new to comics reader or new to DC reader?
He doesn't really read comics. Like, he's read like Dune, like all of the books for Dune, and like Harry Potter and all of that. Yeah, but he's not big into comics. So, but he does love comic book movies. He's my friend in the podcast that I do my podcast with every once in a while.
Which one is it? It's not Ken, is it?
It is Kenny G. Ken Savvy. Ken.
See, I watch your podcasts, and I also keep up with contemporary Christian music because he's a phenomenal. He's actually a phenomenal artist. Like, he's legit really good.
He is. He's legit really good. He's a legit great guy, and he's a great handyman too. Like, I had him work on my house. He's awesome.
Just what?
I paid him. Don't worry. I paid.
You gave him All-Star Superman.
No, yeah, that's all I paid him. Yeah. Here's a DC compact comic. No, we paid him a couple $100 to. We had a leak on our hot water heater, so he came and helped with that. So.
Well, that was a cool little swerve. What was his thoughts on All-Star Superman? I'm genuinely curious.
So I hyped it up pretty big, and he said I undersold it. He said it was amazing. He was confused by the first chapter of it. He said about halfway through, he's like, okay, this is pretty darn good. And he said the ending was super sad. He kept thinking that there was going to be another way that Superman would survive, but he didn't. He loved that whole part about like Lex calling Clark Kent kind of chubby. And he's like, maybe if you start working out, you can be as built as Superman. He loved that part. He thought it was really good. So.
The thing that he doesn't realize is that although he read one story, a very good story, he also within that story has pretty much gotten the previous 70 years of Superman in that story because Grant Morrison basically homaged basically everything and brought in everything.
Yeah. And I try to tell him, I was like, well, like, this is what you'd get for this book. This is what you get with this book. Apparently he won. I did not tell him that he should read Superman Birthright first. So he's going to read that at some point, but he's like, he kind of wanted.
That's a good recommendation because All-Star is like super meaty and it's a love letter to the character, but it's also like complex and great. And it like really showcases the depth of what a comic book can be. It's not fly by the seat of your pants. It's not fast food trash. But then Birthright's like a proper modern origin story. If you want just to focus kind of on that a little bit.
Yeah, he didn't realize that he was not getting an origin. I was like, okay, well, if you want an origin, you should read this book. And so he's going to read that at some point. But after he read it, he's like, man, I want to read something with the whole team because this got me excited. And I was like, that gets me excited. And I gave him the trade paperback for Kingdom Come, which is obviously bigger than a compact comic. And so he was excited to get a bigger book.
You could get him New Frontier as well. That's kind of a love letter to the Silver Age.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. New Frontier was amazing. So
that's a thicker compact comic.
It is. But I think I'm gonna have him read Batman Year One next. He did the audiobook for chapter 1 and 2, but he's never read the whole thing. So he needs to.
Yeah, I was just looking. Paul updated and got a lot in compact comics, and I was looking at them all on the shelf and how much bigger New Frontier is. And I'm like, good grief, please! Then I grabbed them, like, still $9.99.
Because it also has. It doesn't have just the original one. It has the one issue special that they did afterwards too. It's got all 5 of those in there.
Actually, I told it's funny that you mentioned that. I told him I wanted, where is it? I wanted Gotham by Gaslight compact comic, and I want the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow compact comic. So along with ordering volume 5 of my TMNT Ultimate Collection. So
Nice.
he's getting his money's worth out of me. That's for sure. What's going on, House of L? How you doing? Sledge?
Hey.
Becker?
TVH. Love
Becker,
Becker's-
he's also a milkman. So he's a
Love Becker's
milkman.
comment. He's my repairman and a talented Christian musician is the most rural Kansas thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. He's a repairman, he's a milkman, and a talented Christian artist, and a great guy. And he also helped me coach volleyball this past fall. So
yeah,
great guy. I'm going bald. I can't. It looks bad.
All right. I'm sorry. I had to do some messaging.
Messaging.
Oh, you already know, Paul.
Yeah,
You already
exactly.
know.
Yep.
Some things just can't wait. But yeah, message Justin. Let him know that I'm going to be sending him the names and message him. But yeah, say hey to the chat real quick.
What AR?
What's going on, Pop? Time to end the week for Showful Show. The Adventurous One, Joseph Michaels. Good to see you. Hope you're staying warm as well. Las Crucias, what is up? Tomorrow, the temperature will be in the 70s. Not bad. We're not quite up there, but it's starting to warm up for us over here finally. Currently 29 here in Augusta. What happened to the sunny south? Supposed to get in the 40s tomorrow. There you go. Flip-flop weather all day. Sir Timothy Nerdy, what's happening? Yeah, I didn't even think about it, but the wife posted some pictures on Instagram and tagged me in them, and J-Med commented flip-flops in the snow is diabolical or something like that. And I looked at me and Finner just standing out there, and I'm sure enough, I'm in a beanie, my hands in my pocket, my bare feet out there. It was funny. Heat wave tomorrow. Yeah. We're supposed to all right. Weather. Shorts and t-shirt weather for some. Yeah. I'm going bald. Look down, Steve.
I am going bald.
Look down. Are you going bald from? No, okay, just from the front, not from the back.
No, it's
good.
all
We
right.
have a good friend who lives in New York who's a really, really decent artist. I really love him to death. He's a phenomenal human being. He's going bald from the back. So if he looks down, you can see your reflection. You don't have that going on.
No, I do not. Everything's there.
Yeah. What's going on, Beckerman? Hello to you, good sir. Ronnie Johnson, what's up? Through episode 3 of Wonder Man, not bad. Yeah, same for Steve here. We'll be talking about that. 52 months strong.
I think
that was actual footage of me and DJ when we see each other in Charlotte for the first time. Except we don't
Mount Rushmore of Marvel.
Run and hug.
I think I heard Godzilla say
that stuff about dropped off the wall. Sorry.
Bill, what's going on? Corbin, hello. Kevin, what's up? Not shocked or surprised that Sony Pictures and Marvel Studios is sitting out on Super Bowl trailers next week. Yeah, they started that trend last year. Last year, it was the biggest shock to the world when Warner Brothers set out on them, because what they found out is there's no reason for us to spend millions of dollars for no extra marketing in the grand scheme of things.
Right.
Have you guys seen?
You can put it on YouTube and make tens of millions.
Yeah, you can pay millions of dollars to have it run in the Super Bowl, or you can just upload it for free to social media and get paid millions of dollars for people.
Sorry, what was that, Steve? Sorry.
That Budweiser commercial
with the eagle.
With the eagle is amazing. That's their Super Bowl commercial. It's one of the best ones they've done. It's well done.
Man, CGC and Steve in a toxic relationship for sure. For sure. Yeah, CGC is the abusive one in that relationship. Steve didn't make the sandwich just right.
Steve says, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?"
Yeah, for real.
He's my repairman and a talented Christian musician. Is the most rural Kansas thing I've ever heard. It's accurate. What's up, Lords of Brooklyn? What's up? Greetings. I started the Witchblade novels today. Read 2 of them before I realized it. They're all well written. Y'all remember the Witchblade TV show?
Yeah.
In the early 2000s? Yeah, it wasn't bad. She was hot.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the new CGC problems?
Nope. Yeah, where the case is just open.
Yeah.
What's it? Palm Beach Pressing is his name, I believe, that posted the video. He presses and submits a ton of stuff. The dude seems to be pretty well off, some really good like books, and he has a nice house.
His house is insane.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Insane.
Yeah, like cool books, but bro, nice house, a sweet pool.
For real, dude.
But yeah, it looks like he had a stack of his books, and he could just grab the top left corner with like 2 fingers and just open the top clamshell right up, just with a slice of pop, and it opened right up. It was only sealed on one of the 4 corners. DVH, how are you doing tonight? House of L, what's up? What's up? AR, what is going on, homie? That's what capes are for. Volleyball is tough to coach. Those girls seem to get a bit emotional when you yell at them. Yeah,
I didn't yell at them. Other than someone's got to go for it. That's it.
Steve can DM you. Just DM him and he will get you a link to his socials. See, when you ball, you can rock the cul-de-sac. There you go. I'm still waiting on somebody. I've been trying to encourage Izzy to rock the cul-de-sac, the Captain Picard, if you will. Like, you don't, if it's leaving you anyways, take control of your life. It's manifest destiny, people. Just oust it right off the top. Steven with a C. What's up? What's up? When you go bald, shave it. Oh, we got some more member milestones. We got House of L Comics in at 47 months. Just sent Justin some more books. Well, whoever wins the Legion loot tonight will also be receiving 4 free presses from Justin. So if you win, if he hasn't already pressed them or whatever, you can get 4 free books pressed. Shout out to Paul for retaining the championship title for best t-shirt on the panel.
That is pretty fire. Does Justin?
Sorry, throwing some love to the milestone chats. Does Justin what now?
Still live in Houston.
Yep, it's over in Texas.
Tejas.
And we got Cliff on Comics in here at 25 months strong. Cliff says, Paul's shirt for the win. Let's give this to Cliff. Joe, what's your IG? He says, Joe, what's your IG? He says, go figure it out. Joe, just tell him your IG. Tell him your IG, man. You could have typed your IG easier than you could have typed go find it yourself. Joe said, go find it. Izzy should go full Hogan. Yes, dude, that would be amazing. Can you see, dude, what can you imagine if Izzy rolls up one Friday morning to the hangout and he's cul-de-saced it like Hogan and he's got like the handlebars, bandana and everything. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. All right, it's been a pretty solid week. This was a big release week for comic books. It was a big release week for DCKO. It was an excessively big release week for Absolute DC Comics. It's actually a little on the unnecessary side. Paul, you mentioned it when we recorded the deep dive, but can you explain this weird release schedule thing and if it's getting back on track?
Yeah, so they had multiple weeks during January where they didn't release anything, Absolute. And then suddenly this past Wednesday they released 4. So it's kind of like a feast or a famine. Next week we get 2 in a perfect week, in a perfect month rather, because they have 6 ongoing titles. They would do 2 weeks of 2 titles and 2 weeks of 1 title, and that would be your 6 titles for the week. But hopefully after this, I think the reason why it happened that way is for the most part is because of Absolute Batman 16. Nick Dragotta and Scott Snyder ran a little bit behind, I think, and so that pushed off Absolute Batman to the end.
That was the epic Bane finale, Kaiju Bane finale, right? That they threw 2 extra pages in with or something.
Yeah, but
they said, we're sorry, we're going to include these pages that we're going to get cut.
Right. But 16 is the crossover with Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay. I remember the Kaiju Bane had like a 1 week pushback too, didn't it?
Right. Yes. Yep.
So yeah, that's been the problematic one. I think you nailed that.
Yeah, and so did the Arkham special was pushed back a week or 2 as well.
We all 3 read Absolute Batman 16 like weeks ago.
I think weeks is an understatement at this point. Like that.
Yeah, it may have been a month.
Yeah, because remember that came simultaneously with the other one, the other book.
Yes, it did.
Let's put it this way: it was so long ago that I reread it when it came out. I don't
Same.
reread
Same.
anything, dude. I don't ever reread anything, and I reread it.
Yeah, it was great.
You can ask Paul. I'll sit there before the deep dive, and I'll grab a book and just
Skim
okay,
it.
just like look at the
remind
pictures again. And dude, I couldn't do that with it. I'm like, wait a minute, what was this person's name? Why were they down here again? Wait a minute.
The artifact.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I wonder if she knew the whole time. Like, you'll get it, but I don't want to tell you how.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't want to tell him. She's like, when he sleeps, I'll just put some coins on him and give him a spell. Well, hope for the best.
Go touch some grass, ride a horse, get in a fight.
Yeah, skydiving. Yeah, it's a fun issue.
It is.
Fun issue. We got a 10-month member milestone chat from Ronnie.
Right.
Why are we showing our membership? Yeah. For funsies, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
For funsies.
Yeah, right.
That was a tough crypto clip right there.
That movie was great.
It was a blast. I really enjoyed it. All right, so yeah, some big absolute stuff, a lot of DCKO stuff, some really fun stuff. And outside of comics has been a pretty significant week. Episode 2 of Game of Thrones. What's
Night
it called?
of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah, the Hedge Knight adaptation. So the Wiener edition, we had the Butt edition, now we have the Wiener edition.
I don't know what's going on. It's like
I thought this was dude. I started watching. I thought this was the sequel to Jack Black's movie Anaconda. Like, what am I watching?
Oh, and I was like, okay, you know what? In episode 1, they gave us, Sir Duncan shitting. In episode 2, they give us Sir Arlen the Hung doing his Boogie Nights impersonation.
Dirk Diggler the Wise over here.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I think they're just going for shock value now. I really think that's all that they're doing.
So Nick brought up a good point. The same thing. We started episode 1 with number 2, episode 2 with number 1. I'm just afraid to see what's going to happen in episode 3. Someone's just going to get jizzed on. I'm like, oh God, it's going to be bad, dude. I don't know why.
Finally got something in the jousting tournament, which was
I haven't watched it yet.
Really flex the production value. We also got to see a little bit of the dynamics. We got introduced to Baratheon's grandfather, Baratheon, in episode 1. But we see the Targaryens roll up to the tournament. We see a little Egg go running. Clearly, Egg's the runaway kid.
Yeah, and that's why he shaved his head, because he was bleach blonde, apparently. I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's really dead giveaway, the Targaryen hair, huh?
Yeah.
This week, they also confirmed along the way that House of the Dragons is a 4-season endeavor. So we're halfway through that. But yeah, there wasn't really much else to it. We had this episode specifically was just Duncan going around trying to get somebody to vouch for him, talking to people, and from one person to the next until the Targaryens showed up, and he was able to kind of go up and talk to them. And there's one semi-honorable, I guess, amongst the group of them, because they really seem like their house is just in shambles. Like all of them do. Like it seems like a real unique time in Game of Thrones when things seem a little bit more chaotic than what we've seen, and there's so much less order. Maybe it's because we're out here in the sticks at a tournament and everyone's got their hair down or whatever, but it's definitely a more lighthearted show. Got a lot of comical elements to it and stuff. It's really fun. I'm just excited to see, and I hope it's one of those situations, because of the way it ended with Dunk saying, like, wait till they will show them what blah 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 is taught these hands, kind of thing. I hope it's a situation where this seemingly giant sweetheart of a dude is an absolute beast in the arena. You know what I mean? Where he's just like, you can't even touch him. He just drags everyone. I think that would be really cool to see. Like everyone laugh at him while he walks out there, and everyone have to pick up their jaw moments after it starts.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And I guess this is based on a novella or whatever that he wrote. Which
AR, where are you at? Give us some context. I think AR pointed out that they've wrote a few of them, that they were his favorite Game of Thrones stuff he read. So I guess they can do multiple seasons of it or something like that.
Yeah, because it seems like this first season, to your point last week, you mentioned, is probably just going to be the jousting tournament. So that's going to be maybe a month or so at the most, probably timeline wise.
If that, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got no idea what to expect from it, which that's fine with me. I
I'll tell you
prefer it
guys,
that way.
I was on a TV show back in the day.
Mhm.
Were you naked?
No, I was
So it
on.
wasn't on HBO.
Did you shit?
It was
God,
Spangles
thank
involved.
you, dude.
Spangles was involved.
So I'm dead serious. I was on a TV show.
You were on the news.
Well, I've been on the news many times, but no, that's not. I was on
As
a
long
little
as it
kid.
wasn't to catch a
sports.
predator, it's fine. What show was it?
Exactly.
So actually, I think that's why you can't find any like episodes of this show. I'll quickly explain it and we can move on.
Yeah.
So my first year at my school, I've been there 10 years, so this is a long time ago. They brought in all of these kids to shoot a show called Undercover High on A&E. And these people with cameras follow them around. New people came every week or 2 weeks or something like that. And they all came from different places. Turns out they were all adults, and we all knew they weren't real students. I had a couple of them. Anyways, they shot a couple scenes. Well, they shot more than a couple scenes in my room, a bunch of scenes. But they used a couple of scenes from the show in episode 1 and 2 from my classroom, and I was in the show. Now you cannot find any, like everyone knew they said at the end of the series that they were older, like trying to show everyone shocked, like we all knew. But you can't find any episodes from that show anymore because like a year or two later,
Sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen, is what it sounds like.
it's exactly what it sounds like. Right. Anyways, about a year or two later, one of the guys who was like a youth pastor who was like 26 got arrested for hooking up with an underage girl back in his home state. And so A&E pulled all the episodes online. You can't find them anywhere, but you can find like preview the show on YouTube. So you type
Bro,
in
it says Undercover High is a 12-episode A&E docuseries where 7 young adults in their 20s pose as students in Topeka, Kansas Highland Park School for a semester. Like, bro, just the premise, like, hey, you know what we should do for a show? Let's take a bunch of adults and stick them in a school with kids.
You know what's the best way to keep them undercover? Have cameras all over them all the time.
I mean, it's pretty obvious they're following around the same kids all the time.
Right.
So, anyways, I was on a TV show. You guys can look it up. If you go to my Instagram, Steve Berkland, not Burke Family, you'll find some photos from that episode. What's funny is that I'm wearing a black shirt in 2 different, like, it's from the same episode, but it's 2 different days. And one day I had facial hair, and the other day I did not. And they try to make it look like it was the same day and that it was his first day in class. When realistically, like it was like 2 weeks into class and then like 4 weeks into class.
Oh wow! If you didn't make it to imdb.com, it didn't happen.
No, I'm not on there, unfortunately. But I'm on the show. So
there you go. And like you said, you're all over. You were all over the news. Well, you were sports, but you were.
Yes, I've been on the news many times for like having kids do stuff or winning awards or stuff that I personally did as well. But yeah.
So. The only time I was on TV was when I was a kid. There was this there's this game show in Georgia where they would call up students, they call up schools, and they'd get them to pick students out to go compete against other schools in like games and trivia and stuff. And I was picked from our school to go compete in it. It's called XIS. XIS. It was like one of those like public access shows kind of thing. It was cool. It was done in the studio and all that. Yeah.
The only time I was on TV was when I was in high school. I used to actually work at a radio station, and I would do overnights, like Saturday night to Sunday night and Sunday night to Monday morning. And then our radio station got involved with the public television stadium, and we would they did a part of their like annual drive to raise money, and I got to auction off some things for a little while. That's the only time I've ever been on television.
Yeah, nice. This is me from that episode. Like I said, I'm wearing a black shirt, but I have facial hair, and then I don't have facial hair. And they try to make.
Did they say your name was Daniel?
That was a kid's name.
No, that's the name they gave you for TV.
Right,
no,
exactly.
Well, it says Mr. Berkland right here.
Daniel Berkland. They called him DB for short. DB's going to teach you about the TV.
So look at that. Look at all 3 of us. We're all TV stars, just like Wonder Man.
I'm about to say, you know who else is a TV star now? Yahya Abdul-Mateen. Simon. So Wonder Man kicked off this week and ended this week on Disney Plus. They all 8 episodes, half-hour episodes of Wonder Man premiered on Thursday, I think it was.
It was Wednesday or Thursday, one of the two.
So the 27th. So whatever day that was.
That was on the 27th, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so yeah, Thursday, yeah.
So it falls under the Marvel Spotlight banner, meaning it's aimed to be kind of like an isolated show, similar to Werewolf by Night, how it exists in the air quote universe, but it's not like the next chapter in something X, Y, or Z, which was its strongest suit. I got to tell you, it was absolutely fantastic. It was well written. It was phenomenally acted. It was fresh, original, a complete departure from everything you expect from the MCU, which if you follow the MCU, you would know that everything you expect is pretty much garbage. So a departure from that is exactly what was such a warm welcome. But you follow Simon in his escapade in Hollywood as an adult actor trying to start a life. He is a superpowered individual who's not public about that. In his line of work, having superpowers is a automatic disqualifier from getting work because of a superhero clause in Hollywood.
Doorman
clause. And
and
he runs into a familiar face, Trevor Slattery, who's a familiar face for numerous reasons, not just because he's an older actor, but he's also was famously, he was the Mandarin before being exposed as being just a hired actor to portray the Mandarin. But everyone, so you get like this buddy kind of storyline between Trevor and Simon working their way through life, through Hollywood, as well as Trevor having to be forced to try to get close to Simon for the Department of Damage Control. Pretty much the feds, the superhero feds, are trying to one agent is trying to blackmail him to go back to jail or get me information on this superpower person I'm trying to uncover. But it was incredibly good. It wasn't superhero costume fight crime focused, not in the least. The best way it can be described that I described it was as if Apple TV produced an MCU show, from the vibes, the tone, the story, the little font graphics when it says Wonder Man. It feels like Apple TV.
It's funny you say that, because as soon as it happened the first time, I'm like, that's exactly the way the studio starts.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I mean, I think the reason why I think it works is because you really care about these characters from the very beginning.
And, right off the jump.
Yeah, and it's like, and it just so happens that one of them happens to have powers, and one of them, at least at the start anyway, is not doing it for the for honest reasons or whatever, but he manages to atone for what he has done.
No, bro, in the coolest way possible too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, dude, that was awesome. I absolutely despise the character Trevor Slattery. I loved Ben Kingsley as the Mandarin. Like, he was legitimately scary, menacing, such a crazy cool take on the character in a way to make him like realistic for a movie universe. Because I say it all the time, like these comic book properties, when you bring them to movies, they work best when you bring them to movies and you don't just like, like you have to bring a level of realism to them. Like I use the Dark Knight trilogy as like a great example of how you can take Batman, keep it fully Batman, but also feel like it's practical,
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what they did with Ben Kingsley as the Mandarin. They took the Mandarin from the comics and found a way to take a practical angle and getting him in that. I think that's like where things work best for comic book movies. Like it's fun to get a one-to-one campy romp here and there depending on the character and stuff, but for something like Iron Man, who's an overly practical character that it's all just smarts and mechanics, I thought that was a great take on the Mandarin, instead of having this Asian dude with the Fu Manchu come up, magnetism, and shoot a magnetic ray out of a ring, and fireball and shoot a fireball ray out of a ring. That doesn't work in the modern age here. But when they did the twist that Ben Kingsley was just a cracked out actor, and then when we see him again in Shang-Chi running around with the the double butt with 4 legs. It just became a joke, just like the rest of the MCU. And it's a joke that isn't funny anymore. It's a joke that's played out. It's a joke that's at the point of like it's offensive that you want us to keep giving you money for this content. What they did with Trevor in this, it's still the same Trevor, but written in a way that's not overbearing. It's not laugh out loud. It's not annoying. It's a quirky man who's trying to redeem himself. It's a quirky man who has goals, who has wants, and he's working toward them. And it was just it impressed the hell out of me.
I'm only 3 episodes in, and I gotta say, I went into crazy low expectations, crazy low. Even though everyone is saying how good it is, I saw I'm like, it's probably still gonna suck, just because it's the MCU and like all of their shows have sucked for the most part. But I'm 3 episodes in, and I gotta say, it's a lot better than I thought it would be. Now, it's different though. Like I feel like it's more like obviously it's a show about a guy who's an actor who's trying to make it big and all that. Like they really do focus quite a bit on like the acting in the show. Like there's not a ton of action at all, but like the plot is very good. In fact, like I gotta say, this is completely different. And I'm probably gonna get made fun of for this, but like it kind of reminds me of you. Kind of reminds me of like the Black Widow movie, like where it's like, yes, it was an MCU movie, but it just felt like a regular movie. This feels like a regular TV show. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
I do. That makes perfect sense.
And that's why I really like Yahya Mateen. Like we watched The Greatest Showman for about the 20th time last night.
Yes, we watched that the other day. Yeah.
And obviously Aquaman 1 and 2, phenomenal. And
Dr. Manhattan and Watchmen.
He's just a phenomenal actor, and I'm really excited to see where the show goes for the rest of the series for sure.
Yeah, I thought the weakest episode was the black and white one. They could have done that in a 6 or 7 minute flashback. They didn't
5 minute, 5-minute flashback.
Yeah,
I guess I'm have that coming up. I don't know what it.
Yeah, then you finished episode 3, which has one of the coolest coolest endings to it when Trevor steps out of the car to go pee, but he really breaks the chip.
He breaks the SD card. Yep.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, dude, that's awesome. Trevor's having a turn moment here. He's connected with this guy. Like Trevor's a good person. Like this is showing you like.
We already saw that when he didn't make a big deal about seeing that thing on the wall. And he's just like, yes, pepperoni. Yes, that sounds good.
Yeah, but yeah, then when Simon gets out of the car and he just is in disbelief when he looks at Trevor and says that she called, she was trying to get a hold of you, but you don't have a number on file. We both got a call back, and that what I felt when he said that, I'm like, let's go. And I noticed myself being excited for him. I noticed I was invested in the characters, which is so rare for an MCU property these days. And as soon as I get that feeling, the very next thing I do to spend an episode with other characters in another place in another time just to give us some context. Because you know how he mentioned the doorman clause in Hollywood. They do an episode that explains why superheroes aren't allowed to work in Hollywood because of the doorman clause. So it's just a flashback episode to show you the story that's associated with that.
Yeah, and I also felt it was kind of like, oh, we got Josh Gad. Let's do something for him. You know, it's like,
I got to live in Say that again, Paul.
And I also feel it was kind of like, ooh, we got Josh Gad for an episode. Let's do something with him. You know, it's like,
Bro, they have him singing the Olaf song from Frozen. Yeah. I didn't even realize that until after the fact. Try to get on, but not able to. Oh, that's good.
Oh, he went to Yale for his master's for their School of Drama. Master of Fine Arts. That's amazing. Really? And he was a hurdler in college at Cal.
Who, Yaya?
Yeah, that dude's a baller.
Yeah. Mark getting excited over an MCU show just screams he's an imposter or a scroll. I'm just an honest person. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. If I think it's good, if there's good stuff about it, I'll tell you. And if it's not, I'll also tell you. It's not on. I don't make it. It's not on me. I just describe it to you. What's going on, Drew? Drew, have you watched Wonder Man yet? A rare win for Marvel. But yeah, my biggest fear though moving forward is that they do something horrible with Wonder Man. Like, quick, put him in Secret Wars or put him in Avengers Doomsday, or he needs to cross over somewhere with someone immediately. No, he doesn't. No, he
There's
doesn't.
some rumors that he's going to be
Wonder
in.
Man season 2. How about that? And make it similar to this one.
It would make absolutely no sense for him to be in anything else right now because he has not revealed himself to anybody except for Ben Kingsley, Trevor Slattery, and his family, obviously, because they had to buy a new center island for their kitchen.
I'll tell you what, that house is beautiful, though. I'm not going to lie, dude.
Yeah. But he has no connection to any heroes or anything. They have a lot of work to do before he interacts with any superheroes, I think.
Yeah. And you'll see at the end, Steve, but without really blowing up the spot, his future moving forward is kind of questionable because the decision he made in the final episode really changes to the trajectory of his life. You know what I mean? Like it's not like what he does. The people that are there don't know who just did it. So can he really go back to where he was the day before doing what he was doing? Or is his life just I'm going to need to take a different direction, go find help, X, Y, or Z? Is that what sets him out on the path kind of thing?
All right. I dig it.
Yeah. Drew says, great MCU delivers yet again as the most consistent IP ever.
I mean,
yeah, it was good. It was really good.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, I don't know about most consistent IP.
I don't know about.
I guess they would hold that candle too because the entire. If you look at just the Infinity Saga, like that's the most consistent IP ever, right there. Just that block, they got a lot more messing up to do for a lot longer to ruin that block.
I have the only problem I have with that sentence. Pulled it back up real quick. Is the words "yet again." Like if you just put "great MCU show delivers as the most consistent IP ever," I would agree with that. But like yet again, I don't know about that.
Yet again implies like he just time jumped from 2019 to 2016.
Yeah. And there's been a couple good ones since then. Not all of them have been trash, but most of them have been.
We're not going to go down this rabbit hole with Drew, but just to fill you and Steve, his favorite MCU movie is The Marvels. So do with that what you will.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. But yeah, Wonder Man, hugely happy about it. I love the overall positive feedback it got. Despite what some people want to claim, this show did not get massive marketing push. They've just kind of throttled back on marketing for a lot of D plus stuff. It's not limited to Wonder Man. I went back and did some checking on some of this stuff, but Ironheart had the smallest marketing push. As a matter of fact, they didn't even trailer it for the lead up in the last week before it released. With Wonder Man, they did a trailer 3 weeks ago and 2 months ago. That's the only trailer sets they did for it. They didn't do any paid marketing on their social media platforms where it pushes it into non-follower territory like they used to with bigger stuff or would do with bigger stuff. So they're doing a more throttled marketing thing. I guess they're trying. This whole streaming experiment is still just that, an experiment. But luckily for this, it has got some really good word of mouth. Really good word of mouth.
And that's what Superman had. And that's why it helped it get over 360 million domestic. So,
you can't beat word of mouth. That's for sure.
You cannot, dude. You really can't.
All right, Paul. I know, Steve, you didn't watch it, but there's also another new episode of television out this week. Mm-hmm. And that was Star Trek, Starfleet Academy, episode 4. Yeah, we did the first two, the laser tag, and now we're doing the debate team.
Correct.
Yeah, they practice and debate, and you get a flashback to the Klingons' homeworld while his refugee family is presumed dead.
Yeah, well, yeah, because he presumed dead, but basically what we learn is that as part of the burn that occurred, Kronos did not fare too well, which is the homeworld of the Klingons.
Like what, eight major families left alive who all travel the cosmos on a refugee vessel?
Houses. They call them houses.
Houses.
Yeah.
I call them people.
Exactly. Yep. The only thing I'm a little bit bummed about is that it seems as though hey, you know what? When we don't know what to do, we're going to wipe out one of the major worlds. Because if you're a Star Trek fan,
Vulcan.
You had the burn that wiped out Kronos. In the movies, they've wiped out Romulus and Vulcan as part of their thing. So they're like all of the major worlds are basically not faring too well.
It's becoming a trope, isn't it? They even did it
Yeah.
in Star Trek. I mean, Star
Yeah.
Wars. You know, they did it with Alderaan, but Alderaan didn't mean anything when you first see Star Wars. But then when they did the sequel trilogy with Starkiller Base, like blow up some Coruscant. Like, what'd
Yeah.
you say? Did you say blow up Coruscant? That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and don't get me wrong, I still love I thought it was a great episode. The whole debate thing was I thought worked really well. Um, Paul, what kind of armband are you wearing? um, um, for the Star Trek worlds that are gone, I guess is what he's saying.
Yeah,
Um,
need a
but
lapel pin.
yeah, exactly. Um, but it also kind of showed, it does a kind of a deep dive into Klingon, and how things work in Klingon, and how you become a man and what it means, to become an adult and everything, um, and then how his father, you think it's one thing, but then it becomes something else by the end, that he missed on purpose, in order to be able to give something to his son. So it was I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, they kind of pulled back on the warrior or you're meaningless thing.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah,
So
because
they're introducing compassionate
right,
Klingons.
and that's the other thing that I read about this week. Going back to the destruction of Konos, is basically the way they did it means that, mm, however many billions of people were on Konos did not did not die an honorable death, because they did not die in combat. They were just blown up, and so none of them are getting to Stovecore,
Which is their Valhalla.
which is their Valhalla. Yeah.
Interesting. Poor fellers. Yeah,
Yeah.
hashtag not my Klingons. Yeah. Yeah, it's I'll be honest with you, it's a hard watch being not like a big Trek person. Like it's increasingly becoming a little bit of a hard watch. I watched it after Wonder Man. Maybe that was the problem. Like I was in like one headspace, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know enough about it one way or another. It seems fine. It doesn't have me necessarily wanting more. I'm still waiting to hear that it's canceled. I know that they filmed season 1 and 2 almost as one big package, and they're almost done with the filming of season 2. So like it's the show kicking off. It's like a 2-season thing.
Right.
I'm still expecting to see it canceled at any point. I think they're going to finish. They're going to finish shooting before they call it, though. I don't know. Wasn't it attack that would be war? No, it wasn't an attack. So like there's this big cosmic issue where a fuel source across the entire cosmos just ignited. What caused it to ignite and blow?
It was the burn, and basically what the burn was is the burn turned all of dilithium inert, and so what that did is that caused a breach in all the warp cores and all the starships, so that caused all the starships to explode. So that was pretty much the burn.
And they had a ton of warp cores just on their planet for whatever reason.
Mhm.
So, what caused the burn?
It's kind of confusing. It actually is one person. He's a Selpian, I believe, or Selkian, I think. He basically had this hissy fit, but he was organically connected to dilithium. He was born in utero, and he had this. He was almost became one with like the dilithium, and so he had this hissy fit that caused a shockwave to go out and basically turn all the dilithium inert. So you really would need to. It's tough to explain in just like.
I think you did a fantastic job. To be honest with you, like I'm satisfied.
Okay.
Well, would you consider it an attack? Could they find a loophole in what that guy did and say that?
Yeah, but even if it's not really. For Klingons, it's hand-to-hand combat that you are
Gotcha.
killed in war. That's how you live like a Viking. If there really is no honor in just being blown up. Even if it's in a war, the honor is in hand-to-hand or in like ship-to-ship combat. But just like, hey, you know what? I happen to be there and thing blew up next to me. So.
Haven't watched it, but the big twist of turning utopian future into a more dystopian universe of the strange angle. They definitely haven't done that. It's a version of somebody's utopia. That's for sure.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, Gene Roddenberry. Gene Roddenberry was going for woke before woke was anything. That was basically what he was trying to do.
They're definitely carrying on his legacy. That's for sure.
Yeah,
if that's the case.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he wanted a future where there was very little friction between. He never wanted arguments on the Enterprise because they should all be living together in harmony. And
There's a lot of arguments in this. There's a lot of friction between those two ladies. That one that's the trainer lady and the other one that's the teacher lady. There's friction with them two.
Oh yeah,
not arguments, but friction. Get it?
I get it. See what you're saying. I got you.
Yeah, it's teen angst and stuff, but I want to keep at it, keep watching it. Maybe it's one of those things that over time, the more familiar you get, the more familiar you get. I don't know. Plus, there ain't a ton of stuff to keep up with right now. It's fun having new shows to watch. It just is. Yep. New content's really fun. I mean, rewatching stuff is always enjoyable, but it's still fun for new content. Steve, you ain't ever had no interest in checking on any Star Trek stuff?
I've seen some Star Trek, of course, like growing up. I watched it. And then I saw, I don't even know which movie it was. I saw one of the Star Trek movies. Gosh, there was a really famous guy that was in the movie. Like he's been in a bunch of stuff. Oh, he was you guys seen The Longest Yard?
Of course.
So the guy, the warden of the prison, was in that Star Trek movie. I don't even know. I don't know which one that is, but I can look.
Talk about the Adam Sandler Longest Yard, right?
Yes, of course. Yes.
I don't remember who played the warden. Oh, Warden Hazen. That was James
First Contact.
James Crowder, yeah. He plays the guy who actually invents warp.
That's right.
That SOB was responsible for the death of a whole lot of Klingons.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that, Steve, full circle. How did you know?
Shout out Longest Yard for mentioning Kansas State. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but no, yeah, I've seen it. And then I like a year or two ago, maybe it was 2 years ago, or maybe 3, I can't remember. We're going upstairs to our room at the Lowe's Hotel in Kansas City, and it stops on like floor 15. We're on like floor 18, and William Shatner is sitting there, and he goes, "Are you guys going up or down?" We're like, "We're going up." He goes, "Oh, I'm going down. I'll wait for the next one." And it closes, and Mike V and I look at each other like, "Yo, dude!" Like that would have been so cool.
I would put my hand out, stop the door. I'll wait with you, sir. And just step off the elevator.
Right. He had like 2 people with him. He had someone push him and another person.
He has a Super Bowl commercial coming out for Raisin Bran that'll be in the Super Bowl, and they use the term "will shat" a lot of times in the commercial.
How are all the Super Bowl commercials already out? Like they don't even save them for
not
the
all
Super
of them
Bowl?
are out. Not all of them are out. Some of them are because they're trying to gain traction.
It's just wild. Like
trying to have different audiences, I guess.
Yes, they don't care when you see it. I mean, if I paid that much money,
like my parents will not watch. They won't go to YouTube to watch an ad. They won't see it on Facebook.
Well, to be fair, like, would any of us go to YouTube to watch an ad, or do you just happen to catch them, kind of thing, accidentally?
I happen to catch it accidentally on social media, but they're not. They never get on social media.
Yeah,
so they're trying to get different people.
I think it's been a long time since I cared to see like what commercial. Like I genuinely never cared what commercials were coming on back in the day. I just wanted to see. The first time I ever gave a crap about catching Super Bowl commercials was when Eric Bana's Hulk was confirmed to have a commercial in the Super Bowl. That was back when you couldn't just go watch it online whenever you wanted. We were at a church function watching the Super Bowl, and they had it like projected big and like it's almost like a warehouse sized gymnasium, and it was projected big on the wall. And dude, I remember like just being glued. Like I'm sitting there like in disbelief, having just seen the Hulk in real life for the first time.
That's
kind
amazing.
of thing. And it was that first trailer, like when he pops up out of the sewer and slams both hands on the ground and the cars go rolling over each other down the hill. I'm like, this is the craziest thing in the world. Then he threw the tank for that split second. I'm like, how can you even care about football after seeing that?
I remember when I got that interview done with Lou Ferrigno, and I sent you a picture of the sign things, and you're like, so cool, because there was 2 of them. And then you zoomed in, you're like, wait a second. One of them says to Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that was amazing.
I remember being so happy for you, but also like happy that I got that. So
yeah. I hope I get a chance to meet him in person one day. He doesn't really come this way. What's sad is like, and I know it's not really their thing, but if Heroes Con had Lou there, like his line would be massive like the whole time.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
It's crazy when I know some of these people are contracted with certain con companies, but like when I see some people do like photos or videos from cons, and you see some of these like what I consider like legendary people in this space, like, and their line is like small or non-existent, and then just some random fly by the seat of your pants do you poo cover artist has people at their table. Like, that's just that area is toxic. Like,
yeah, but I think if they did, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I think if they did like Lou Ferrigno and things like that, it would kind of go against what they're have staked out as their spot.
I'm not advocating for him to come. I'm just saying I know it's not their thing.
Yeah.
Like, James Cromwell is 6'6".
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea he was that tall. No idea.
Green Mile also, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He plays Ephraim Cochran in that movie.
He was. He's been in a lot of stuff. I still had his Wikipedia page open. So
8x10 sign Lou Ferrigno, nice.
Mine's up,
rules. O'Doyle rules.
Rules.
What else is some memorable stuff from the week? Any big announcements?
Anyone watch The Wrecking Crew yet? I have not watched it yet.
Dude, I still haven't seen it. I heard nothing but good stuff. But with the kids all being out of school and or homesick, the R-rated movie watching thing is kind of not happening right now.
Yeah, I feel that.
Because they're all just like crashing in the living room together, adventure sleeping through all of this. Kind of ruins the opportunity.
Yeah,
but I'm excited for it. Sledge just got me hyped up for it. I think Nick watched it and he loved it. Thought it was good.
I guess JDF, his people, obviously since he's gone, his people are trying to get his TikTok page back or something. Someone else like hacked it, and I don't even think it's like his like regular account. I think it's like their secondary account. And they posted on Twitter about it. Let me see if I can find it.
But what do they want it for?
Who knows, dude?
Wild stuff.
The estate. Okay, hold on. I'll share it. I don't know if you want to look at it or not, but
curious what they would do with it. What they want is kind of just like still making money off this guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, they have a lifestyle to live, right? The estate of Jason David Frank has repeatedly reported the theft and impersonation of one of Jason's TikTok accounts through all official TikTok channels. Despite following the proper processes, the account remains under unauthorized control and is being used fraudulently. We are respectfully requesting escalation and assistance from TikTok to protect Jason's legacy and prevent further impersonation. This is not a political issue. It is about basic platform accountability and estate rights. We would prefer to resolve this privately, but after exhausting all official channels, we are asking for help publicly. That's interesting.
Well, what do you think they need it for, use it for?
I mean, you make money off of that, right? And maybe, I don't know if someone's posting a bunch of old videos and people think like he's still alive. And, it's got to be hurtful for the family. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm thinking they just want to go to market stuff to an existing audience.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason why someone really would overtake, someone else's account, whatever it happens to be, is because they intend to somehow make money off of it. Yeah.
It's got to be money, right? It's kind
of like one of those things. Whenever a new platform emerges, you have this subset of people that race to claim as many domains as they can. Like they want to go claim like, at DC Comics or at Jason David Frank, so that when the real DC or the real Jason David Frank comes to look for it, it's already taken, but I want that handle. So they reach out and say, hey, can I buy the handle from you?
Right.
Typically that's one of the things, but to have hacked it and all that, I mean, that wouldn't be able to be
Okay,
the case.
So the Jason David Frank TikTok, JDF TikTok, has 1.2 million followers, 0 videos posted, but a bunch of repost videos, which are just a bunch of stupid videos. So I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, it is. I agree, Drew Manchu.
Well,
who knows, though? Who knows, man? I mean, I feel bad for their family for sure. Like all he talked about was his daughter. The second time I met him. So
yeah, I'm very thankful that I had the opportunity for me, Kyle, and Finn and Monkey to meet him.
Yeah, I got to meet him twice, and the second time I got to meet him with my daughter and Panda there and Mike V. Like it's a memory I'll always have, and so I'm thankful I was able to have that before he passed away. So,
Steve, you've been keeping up with it. How's Absolute Batman selling these days? How's it faring?
I mean, it's so Absolute Batman 16 had what did I put in my script? 200,000 plus copies that were pre-ordered. We don't have an absolute like figure for it, but 15 was 300,000 and 16 was at least 200. I think I saw 234 was the number last reported, but I haven't checked on it recently. I guess in the last week. But yeah, I mean, it's still selling crazy high. Like, did you guys look at the top 50 comic books sold in 2025? Yeah. 40 of the top 50 are DC titles, with every single Absolute Batman being on there, and then DC KO and regular Batman and Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Flash, Absolute Green Lantern, Absolute Martian Manhunter, which I'm surprised about considering I did not love that, but I know a lot of other people did. So yeah, 200K at least.
I encourage you, Steve, to watch the DC deep dive tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, if for nothing else, fast forward to the Absolute Martian Manhunter segment of that episode.
Oh boy. Have you guys both been reading it still?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100% of Absolute Universe, and
wow.
we do the page. Well, first off, it's all fantastic, and
I thought you hated it.
A pleasure to read any and everything Absolute DC, with the one exception of Martian Manhunter.
Okay, all right. That's what I was waiting for.
It's not the biggest hurdle in the world to pick up a book that I'm not ecstatic about, because I want to keep up with the content of the universe and what's happening. I want to know what's going on. Like, I'll buy a ticket to go watch a movie that I'm not excited about because I want to know what's the next steps. Like I said, like I'll watch the next Star Trek. I'm not excited about it, but that episode I might love. I really loved episode 2. Like I legitimately liked it a lot. Episode 3 was whatever, and episode 4 was whatever, but episode 1 and 2 I thought were fantastic. So, you know what I mean? I'm at like 50-50 with that. So same thing with Martian Manhunter. So we'll see. Well, Absolute Green Lantern is trash as definitely not. It's a solid book. Compared to Wonder Man, it's a good comic book that happens to be about superheroes with superhero characters. Yeah, that is a good comparison, because they're not flying around saving people, this and that. They're trying to survive right now and figure out what is upheaval through life.
It's massively different. It's massively different. I did love that episode, or the episode comic where Joe got shot and then she was able to get it out and then turn in the Green Lantern and kill that guy.
Bro thought he had her number. She's like, yeah, I can't affect you, but I can affect this screwdriver. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yep.
Dude, that was savage. Yep. And then the reveal of Obsidian at the end of that too, that Hector was experimenting on Todd with the Black Hand entity.
And I think that was the first or second time we had seen Simon as well. Simon Baz.
Yes, second time. Yeah. That was the first time we saw him in that much of second time we seen him in that much action.
You guys hear about Mark Waid? He wants to do an Absolute Dead Man.
Yeah, he wants to Absolute Dead Man.
Oh, that'd be cool. I wonder how versatile Wade can be with something that he's so like entrenched in. You know, he's been around for so long. That would
He
be
mentioned
weird.
that
He
actually.
does mention that. Yeah, he says it'd be tough for me because I'm so into the history and everything, and to kind of basically saying to kind of go outside the guardrails, which is what they've done with Absolute,
Mhm.
would be more difficult for him.
But he
All
said
the more
he would
reason
be
they should let him
intrigued.
do it.
He said he would be intrigued, and he does have a story for Absolute Deadman.
Can you imagine him not just being able to walk into the office and say, "Hey guys, here's my absolute dead man story. If y'all could just draw that and put it out, thanks." Like
Yeah, for real.
that should be the dynamic that he has at this company
Oh
by
yeah.
now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes about as much sense. Isn't Green Lantern isn't too bad. Yeah, I enjoy it. And then I still think it rings true that like the ranking order of what I enjoy most to least with Absolute, it's constantly shifting and changing as I'm reading the new books and stuff. But Absolute Martian Manhunter is consistently the last one. Consistently.
I believe it. I only read the first issue and I hated it.
Issue one, I didn't walk away hating. I don't think that we had enough. I don't think for me I had enough of it yet to determine X, Y, or Z about it. Little did I know that you had absolutely enough to determine X, Y, or Z about it. I heard James Gunn is doing a Dead Man movie with Dave Bautista. I have not heard that. I would not be against that one bit though, other than the James Gunn doing it part. That's a good segue there, Donovan. The news came out this week from an insider, the same insider who has been very, very correct on numerous things, has a really good track record, said that as of right now, it seems James Gunn is positioning himself to be the one to direct Batman Brave and the Bold. Whether not like saying that from a hostile takeover thing, but just for whatever reason. What are y'all's thoughts on James Gunn directing Batman Brave and the Bold?
I read co-direct with Andy Muschietti.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm interested to see how Lanterns goes, to see something, and Supergirl goes, to see how a DCU project goes that's not directed or written by him. I'm interested to see that before I can answer that question. But I mean, I'd be inclined to see what he can do with Batman, considering what he did with Superman. So
yeah, and if he's doing Brave and the Bold, then that means that we're not getting it until 2029.
I hate what they've done with our universe, man. Like I get like wanting to do a second movie for Matt Reeves' Batman, but like you are totally putting the DCU on the back burner by releasing that movie.
I'm more excited for the Batman than I am for anything coming out of the DCU.
I'm just saying, like,
dude, so much, except for like, with the exception of Lanterns, I'm more excited for Matt Reeves' Batman than any of it. With the exception of Lanterns.
I don't like that, like, I just don't like they have separate universes. It's going to confuse a lot of people.
Dude, I completely agree. That's tough. That's tough. And they've confirmed this week that Matt Reeves' Batman is confirmed not going to integrate into the DCU. James Gunn made that.
Yeah, they said that
on social media.
Times. They're gonna have to keep saying it 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm. The James Gunn directing Batman Brave and the Bold, I think it'll end up coming out like the cartoon Batman Brave and the Bold, which was fun for a cartoon, but it's just I'm over James Gunn at this point, guys. I am so
really.
Yes, I'm over James Gunn. I don't want James Gunn doing nothing else but Superman at this point. Like, so we have like pretty much canoned Suicide Squad, Peacemaker season 1, Peacemaker season 2, Creature Commandos, Superman. I don't care what nobody says. It's his Supergirl movie from the looks of it, and outside of James Gunn, what do we got? Lanterns and Clayface. Like, I just want to see variety. Like they said at the start of this thing, I don't want another MCU, dude. Like that, like I don't want another MCU. Like there's a reason why people like left the MCU in large numbers. And you can think whatever you want, but ultimately it comes down to they seen it. They don't need to see it again. And every project is just the same project, just redress. But
it's funny that you say that. It's funny you say that because someone said like just the other day it was like the 2 or 3 year anniversary of James Gunn dropping those 10 first projects, and so far only 4 out of the 10 have even been made or are being made. So all the others are not like in production at all.
Well, not in production yet, but things are rolling. Like there's Swamp Thing still like because that's too many projects to
Waller's
expect.
not, the Authority's not.
The Authority's the
Swamp
only
Thing's
one
another
that they got like
Brave and the Bold,
what is it?
Thermosphere.
Like those are active. Brave and the Bold's active production. We know the deal with that they don't want to run it into Matt Reeves' Batman. I get that.
I think
it's unfortunate, but I get that.
I think it's stupid to have 2 separate Batman. I really do.
Yeah. But to Drew's point, over the only guy who made a watchable DC project in the last 20 years, I get the sentiment, and I enjoyed Superman, but I don't want to see him doing it doesn't like I know you like all the MCU stuff, but the brands tanked because of stuff like that. Like you think like it's like if you're good at Superman, that doesn't mean you're good at Batman. If you're good at Batman, that doesn't mean you're good at Swamp Thing. If you're good at Swamp Thing, that doesn't mean you're good at Teen Titans. These are vastly different characters with vastly different tones, with vastly different themes. Alan Moore was great at Swamp Thing. That doesn't mean Alan Moore would be great at the Powerpuff Girls. Like that's just not how characters work. Yeah, 10 projects should take a long time to make, but yes, there needs to be other perspectives and visions weaved in. Yes. And again, like James Gunn shouldn't be thinking about Batman Brave and the Bold. Like that thought, that positioning, like that shouldn't even be something that like they're even worried about. The guy's already said like he stretched in X, Y, and Z. You're currently making Superman 2 right now.
And that's why I said it's, I said 2029 for 2 reasons. One, because you have to have Batman 2 come out first, right? And then you need a little bit of time between that. But 2, because his next movie isn't coming out until 2027. And so, he's not going to be able to make it and have it come then and have another movie come out until at least 2029 after that.
Yeah. And I think one saving angle to that with the Batman coming into the DCU, not at the front end of it, is one, Batman's going to sell when Batman shows up. Like he's that aspect, the marketing, the numbers aspect. I don't think they're in dire straits with that. And this will be the first time, Steve, that they're going to be doing a Batman with Damian. So Batman showing up, like if they start like establishing him in name kind of thing, in Superman, what's the second one called?
The new one coming out
tomorrow.
Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah, and Man of Tomorrow, if you have a moment where Clark is like, should we call Bruce? Like just something like that, like establish him.
Yeah. Right. I agree.
That needs to be done. So when you finally have to call the Batman, when the Batman has to show up, it's a big deal. And when he shows up, he has Damian with him. It's just hit the fan kind of thing. Like, like that would be cool.
I agree. Well, why weren't they in the Justice Gang? I guess they're not.
I Drew, like as I said it, I thought that I'm like, dude, he would write the coolest Powerpuff Girls ever. Like they would all have like these like existential issues and stuff. It would be wicked cool, dude. Mojo Jojo would have like the best backstory ever. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude. Like it was wild. Yeah, Alan Moore Supreme was amazing.
Speaking of James Gunn, apparently he dropped some hints that possibly Martian Manhunter might be in the next movie.
Sweet.
The next Superman movie?
Yeah.
Well, after the first Superman movie, there's only so many characters that are left, right?
Right, exactly.
And they just cast a female for someone. I forgot who it was, though. Everyone thought it was
Superman movie?
Yeah, everyone thought it was going to be Wonder Woman, but it's some other female character that like no one cares about.
Was it Maxima?
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, what story was it? Did they say that it sounds like they're adapting with Brainiac, Maxima? Something Run. No, that was the other one. Fire in the Sky?
Oh, well, it's supposed to be, what was that? The Peacemaker finale.
No, that's the Something Run.
That's the Salvation Run. Salvation Run.
Yeah, Salvation Run.
That was the dumbest, like he hyped it up to be like the coolest reveal ever, and like was such a huge letdown. So I agree with you, Mark. Maybe we do need something other than James Gunn, man. Like, because that is a huge letdown. Huge.
Yeah, but he had fun making music videos with his friends, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Based on what comic? So there's a 90s comic,
Panic in
obscure
the Sky.
little
Pops did it.
Panic in the Sky. Thank you. Yeah. Just a Brainiac story where Superman puts together a hodgepodge team of people to fight Brainiac, including Guy Gardner on there, but Maxima's in there, where Brainiac has picked up some warriors along the way on his trek to Earth. Of course, James Gunn probably just Googled the word Brainiac and looked at some stories and saw a goofy looking one from the 90s and thought to himself, oh yeah, I'll do this one.
And then he called up Tom King and said, hey, let's write a script together.
And Tom's like, why is he doing this one? Yo, for what's crazy is thinking the caliber of storytelling Tom King does, the depth of character storytelling Tom King does, and then to see James Gunn adapting 90s stories of throwaway arcs that nobody cares about and watching people get hyped like, oh, Panic in the Sky. Like, bro, you heard of that today when they got posted. Like,
for real.
They should do the Jeff Johns, Gary Frank run with Brainiac.
That's literally what we said when they're like, dude, hopefully they do this. Like, it's why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Like, I'm sure he wants Brainiac to look more goofy than that, though. He doesn't want a menacing Brainiac. He needs him to look silly, probably with a little mustache, and he's probably going to be in a man bikini bottom,
cul-de-sac hair.
I don't know, man. I like it goes back to before Superman came out. I want this stuff to be good so bad.
I know.
So bad. I want it to have meaning. I want it to have depth. You know, it's just, I don't know. I get worried. Give him the Borat Mankini. Exactly.
What if he's building toward a doomsday clock? Could you imagine? Could you even imagine?
I'm back in.
Oh,
I love Doomsday Clock. Like, I get it. I get the delays affect like the experience of reading it, but you can go back and read the whole thing now. Like, anybody can, at this point in time in the existence of Doomsday Clock, anyone who reads it for the first time reads it without delays. You're just reading the story. It's freaking amazing. It's absolutely awesome, and it's fundamental DC. Like, when like the realization that Superman is an anomaly and he is the center of everything. The realization that the New 52 universe came out of a simple moving of a Green Lantern, like the return of the JSA, just the magnitude of power that Dr. Manhattan has. Like, you know, when he takes the whole Justice League goes to Mars and like that big hype up, like, oh, here we go. Like, dude, I'm familiar with Dr. Manhattan. At no point at any of that story did I ever think that there's about to be a fist fight with Dr. Manhattan. That's silly. And when they get there and it's just like the wave of the hand and they're gone kind of thing, like, dude, like all these moments. And then, oh my God, in 12, when Superman finally gets there and they're in the streets looking at each other, I'm just like, yes. I don't know. Like,
it's been forever since I've read it.
Like, this guy can't punch him.
Well, his eyes were red, and he's got the lasers coming off him. He's looking like he's
with him. And do what with him, Steve?
I loved Doomsday Clock, but it was the first time that they promised the JSA and then pulled the rug away.
They brought him back.
Yes.
They brought him back, and Doomsday Clock didn't under-deliver. It's what came next that under-delivered.
That's what I mean.
Editorial started that bull crap.
And there would be a series coming afterwards, and then they pulled it up. And then Batman Beyond promised that there would be the JSA series that would come after it, and then they pulled the rug out from under me again.
Yeah, because I was on my feet when the JSA returned in Doomsday Clock. Like, on my feet.
Who was that couple that they had at the beginning of Doomsday Clock where the guy
was the Mine and Marionette original characters from the Watchmen universe that were introduced in Doomsday Clock, which were freaking awesome. Yo, the whole time you think Mine's full of crap. You think he's just BS. And then you get that one, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
And they were play on Charlton characters too.
I did love the art. The art was
Jewel,
I will say.
Was it Prankster and Jewel or something like that? Punch and Julie. Thank you, Drew.
Yeah, I agree, Lord of Brooklyn. The delays did kill it.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. The 12 issues took ultimately 2 years to come out, and we thought that was a big deal until last Ronin proved otherwise.
5 issues took a year and a half. A year and a half for 5
Mhm.
issues. Thankfully, it still sold a bunch of comics for them, so they were fine. IDW.
But Hush 2 is looking to break that.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's wild stuff. We're at the 10 o'clock point. Let's do this giveaway. Y'all got anything else y'all want to hit on?
Nope.
Yeah, he said not originals, totally lame. The whole point of the Watchmen universe is they have to be based on existing Charlton characters. Sorry, Drew, but that's the whole point of them. Their existence is dependent upon that. Jeff Johns hackery. He hates Jeff Johns, but he loves the Marvels. That movie, the Marvels. So again, take with that information what you will. I will always pick on Drew for that. But yeah, let's pull this wheel of names up. Big shout out to all the channel members. And if you're in the Legion tier, your name is on the wheel of names. So you can hit that join button, become a channel member, and get access to the perks. In the supporter tier, you get the loyalty badges next to your name and access to the custom emojis. But if you join in the Legion tier, you get early access to videos, invites to private streams, and your name on the wheel of names monthly for the grand prize Legion loot. Flarkins, yes. That's amazing. So I haven't shared any books, what people are winning, because I don't have books here. What people are winning, you're winning a custom curated by Nick's Kicks and Comics mystery box. I've seen the contents. Sweet. It will include a graded 9.8 amongst other books. I think one was a sketch cover as well. Nick put together a hell of a box. So after you win this, I'll message Nick to let him know who won, but you're going to want to message him and give him your address, but he'll know to look out for you. And you will also receive 4 free presses from Justin's Comics, who not only can press books, but he can also submit them to the grading companies for you. I don't know if he's dialed in with PSA yet. I don't know if he's still dialed in with CBCS or what. He's a CGC first guy, I believe. So, yeah, you would just talk with him about that. If you want something submitted, just let him know. If you have your own account, you can send your books with the submission sheet, and he can just forward it to CGC when he's done with them. All that good stuff. So you'll get the custom box from Nick, plus the 4 free presses from Justin's Comics. And also a late happy birthday to House of L Comics. If you want to see what he got himself for his birthday, which was freaking awesome, check out his YouTube channel where he got something in the mail and opened it, and then opened it some more just to make sure the contents were safe from the shipping. But yeah, good luck to everybody. The January winner is
Nice.
Nice. Who won? Remy Q. Hell yeah.
And I had nothing to do with it. You didn't do the old Paul's going to be responsible for you winning or losing.
Oh, that's good. Remy can thank me later then.
There you go.
One of the nicest guys in his community.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he got up. He's like, "Hey, I got to go use the bathroom," and he got up and he paid for everyone's dinner at that pizza place.
Oh yeah, he did do that, didn't he? Added mellow mushroom.
Yes.
And then we left like that life-changing tip for our waitress.
Massive tip for her.
Bro, I told her at the beginning, like, hey, we're gonna be a lot to handle, but I promise you it'll be worth it.
Yeah, Tyler's like,
because
yeah, we were asking about the crack in the table. She goes, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And Tyler goes, we've already heard that bullshit. What else you guys?
Yeah, go get your manager.
Yeah.
No one who worked there predated the crack in the table, which was crazy to think.
That is crazy work.
But you know what's cool is our waitress, her name, Steve, was Max, and she said she was aware of the con. She wished she could go. We tipped her so well that she requested the next day to come in late, and she came into the con. We actually saw her in there the next day.
Nice.
Me, DJ, Tyler, Vogsy, we were all standing by this booth waiting on the guy to get there because we were trying to sneak by a statue for Remy. And she came walking in with her boyfriend. It was awesome.
That's awesome. Was she happy to see you guys?
Yeah, she couldn't believe it. We couldn't believe it. Like, this is amazing.
That's amazing.
That's good stuff. Good stuff. Steve, when do you get your books in? Your next round of books in from ABX? Yeah.
Well, I just told him tonight that I'm ready to ship the next set after this week's books. So I would imagine probably mid to late next week.
Okay.
Wow, what's going on?
I was just thinking logistically, because we're gonna do like a KO catch-up night, kind of plan those around like after you get yours in and read your next sets, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so you actually know what TF is happening.
Well, and when I get them, like I read the DCKO like as quickly as possible.
Yeah, that's the first thing I read when I get there. First thing I read this week was The Kids Are All Fight, the one shot. Like, and I'm going to spoil this for you, Steve, because I don't think you ultimately care, but a character returns in it. Static.
Static. Yeah, I heard that, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Superman had the ending of the week.
Yeah, so like I read The Kids Are All Fighting. I'm like, Static's back. Holy crap.
Everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, story to be explained in the new history of the DC universe, the Dakota incident, which is coming up. Because remember how they canoned in the new history that Dakota is in the main universe. Like they brought Milestone's not separate now. So they bring Static in. I'm like, yes. So that's freaking awesome. But Superman proper, that's why Superboy Prime made the thumbnail. Like his comeback is my absolute like favorite thing that's happened in like the last year in comics. I think like every issue I'm just ridiculously excited. And you remember when him and Superman were going after Booster Gold and they're having to face off with the Legion of Darkseid, and Superboy Prime turned on him, and they were and then he did the double agent
then he did the double turn.
Yeah. But that what made it on the thumbnail right here is because they've been you're only the new issue behind on that, right?
Yeah. He's going to be the new Superman coming up here post DCKO.
Yeah, Clark's going to be
because they're doing Reign of the Superboys.
Yeah, Clark's about to win DCKO, and he's going to be cosmic level something for a minute. And
yeah, I mean,
all these Superboy characters are going to have to fill the void in his continuity books while he's
it's like gosh, what was the name of that? Battle for the Cow, but the Superboys, basically. What it's going to be.
You got the you got Superboy Prime that went and activated the robots because they're trying to get this intel about ancient Krypton to the people fighting. They're trying to get basically they have the truth on on Doomsday from issues ago, where we learned that Doomsday and all of that was engineered, but there's this extra intention behind it that has to do with this counter Darkseid entity in Doomsday. That was that one shot they did, wasn't it, Paul, where we get like the ancient Krypton stuff where they're looking at how Doomsday is this ultimate Darkseid foil kind of thing, the alpha.
Well, I'll probably go get that DCKO the day it releases at the one comic shop that there is near me that I can buy comics from. So
yeah, and you got them on the race, but the Legion of Darkseid is just absolutely savage, dude. They are brutal. They are savage. They are relentless. They are heartless. They're legitimately good villains. And at the end of this issue, there's this moment where Lois and the robot are just getting thrashed. Like it looks bad. And then you hear someone say, "Look into my eyes, see my fears, if you dare." And you just look up and it's just these glowing red eyes. And when you turn the page, like you just see downed Legionnaires and Prime just holding one in his hand. He says that once upon an event, I lost control and killed a bunch of people. Ever since I returned, I've been afraid of losing control and that happening again. So I've held back. But now that you mess with my new BFF and Lois Lane, I'm not holding back. And he just lights up his eyes. It's effing prime time, baby. You're just like, oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Nice.
Like, dude, like you get this shot of him just like this dude's just a beast, man.
He's a baller.
He's a menace in the best way.
So we have
who are you talking to?
We have the boss battle this week, so that we have all the outside characters coming into DC this week, and then next
Oh
week
yeah, this is
we
a
have
crazy
DC KO
one.
number 4.
Yeah, well, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for DC KO4. Unfortunately, I think that ship has sailed for new digitals, but it is what it is. I'm happy I got what I got.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, dude, it's I'm just ready to see. I'm ready to see like a repeat of Infinite Crisis issue 5, that Smallville battle. I just want to see him just like, sorry, but this is what I do, kind of thing. Like that moment he told you, he was like, yeah, no, but like, see, I will kill these people. So when they read my mind, they see that I will kill people. like, bro,
Dan Jurgens is going to be pissed.
Dan Jurgens is going to be pissed.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. That was so funny.
Superboy,
by the way,
probably
he's gonna be
Deadpool, Superman. Not really. I get what
I
you're
mean,
saying, but Deadpool is just ambush bug painted red.
Dan Jurgens is coming to Planet Comic Con in KC in March.
Nice.
Ambush bug did it first. But yeah, I think that it was very smart what Joshua Williamson did with these little minor moments of Superboy Prime being allowed to break the fourth wall, since he's like a character that has existed outside of the walls of the multiverse. And he's the only character I know that literally punched his way through them. Ambush Bug is already done well, my guy. If you ain't read Ambush Bug, you would, yeah. He's the blueprint. He's awesome. Yeah, but good stuff. Good stuff. You won't hear me besmirching. Well, that's not true. I will besmirch Deadpool in a heartbeat. Because I've read some of his books. They're rough. I love his movies, though. I love his movies, but
movies
on paper,
are different.
God.
Yeah, I agree.
I've been so happy this last couple of years during the Bendis run. I was afraid Superman was over. DC made up for that. Made up for it in spades. Philip Kennedy Johnson's run, Joshua Williamson's run. It's just been absolutely. Jamal Campbell in those first 6 issues was great.
You got to get the right writer.
Yeah. Well, that's going to do it. We're going to wrap it up. I hope everyone has a good one. Oh, wait. I love these comments. Noted by all that ambush bug money. Oh, wait. And that is why, Drew Manchu's favorite movie of all time is Avatar, because it's made the most money. Deep. All right, everybody. Make sure you go check out the content coming out this week from all of us. Hope you all have a good one. Appreciate y'all being here. Congrats to Remy Q. And until next time, we are Legion.
You are who you choose to be.